Homestead doesn't take care of itself. There's always maintenance to do. And I have two things I have to do today. I have to change the filters on the water well here, and then I have to change the wheels on the front of my Kubota zero-turn mower to no flat tires. I'm tired of having to patch up holes in the front steer tires or the front tires on the Kubota. So stay tuned. This water filter system I built myself to take care of the whole house filtering system, to take care of sediment and iron and rust and other deposits in there. Living out in the country like this, there's always something going on. I had a neighbor that sprayed glyphosate, and glyphosate leaches into the ground. If you want to drink glyphosate, you might need to do something about that. But that's what these filters are for. I have a sediment filter first, and then two carbon filters to filter out all of the particles and hazards, biohazards included, that are in our water. And they come through this line across here, and each one filters out, and it comes over and down and goes to my house. When I go to change the filters, I have a bypass system that shuts off here and here. And in order for the house to get water, I still have to turn it on here. This will allow the water to bypass and keep going to the house. And so that's what that's for. But we'll go ahead and get started. These are the filters that I ordered through Amazon Prime. Living out this far in the country, as I do, it's cheaper for me to have Amazon deliver my filters and other supplies that I need for the homestead to take care of ourselves. And these filters, if I were to have to drive 30 miles one way to find a filter, if they have them, and then I'd have to drive back to the house, and gas being the prices that they are, it's a lot of wasted money. So for the added cost, a little bit of cost, going through Amazon, I can have them delivered to my front door at no charge. But in these boxes, the first thing I have is the sediment filter. This is a pleated filter that goes on and captures all the sand and debris that come through the water well. And then the next filters that I have are the carbon filters. These carbon filters have a 5-micron filtering system that filters out any sediment, but these heavy-duty replacement filters, they reduce the chlorine. If you have chlorine, I don't. They have a filtration effect. They reduce the chlorine, odorant, sediment, dust, sand, rust, and particles. Go ahead and get started. Have our sediment, our carbon, and our carbon. Have to change these filters at least every 3 months, or when you start noticing effects in your shower, your tub, you can sometimes see the rust coming through. But we'll take these off, protective covers off. On the top and bottom of each one of these filters, there's an O-ring gasket on the top, a neoprene gasket. That's to seal this and keep the water flow going in the directions that it should. It'll go in one side and out the other. Okay, we're going to take these loose and change them out, examine them, see how bad they are. Unscrew them. You can see that this one is pretty well clogged up with rust. unpackage this sediment filter and install it. And then the bottom of these containers, there's a little stud that sticks out that will fit in directly. Has its own built-in neoprene on there, gasket. Same with the top up here. It will self-center on this top. And it will be nothing but a compression fitting. So you tighten these back up. We'll hand tighten them to begin with, because we still have 2 more to go. These are the carbon filters. There's several different kinds of carbon filters, and these were made of coconut charcoal, and these are dirty and filled up and clogged up too. So we'll throw that away. Check in here for any sediment, and we'll install these. There again, has the self-centering lug in the bottom and the same on the top. And we'll install this one. You have to watch out, they all have this little O-ring gasket around there. That's to seal it so that water doesn't leak. If you look at this, the water will come in here and circulate down through the filter and then come back up through the core of the filter and out to the next one. Let's check this one. Maintenance is, you always have maintenance to do. This one is not so bad. This is the final stage here. And it's clean, so it's doing its job. There is no standard in and out on these things. They all have the same size diameter hole, but keep in mind that one side goes in and one side comes out. As we said, the water will come in and come down through the side of this filter and then back up through the core and out to the next stage. This is a 3-stage filtering system that I have, and always check your gasket, make sure there's no sand or debris on there that will keep it from sealing. But this is a 3-stage filtering system, and it works real good. The only thing that I don't have is an ultraviolet final stage. That ultraviolet final stage will kill any organisms as it goes through the system here. I'll have to install one of those soon so that we can have absolutely pure water. But this really makes it taste better. If you've ever tasted water from a water well, you know it always has a rust taste to it, or a metallic taste. It's not bad, it just doesn't taste all that good. It's sort of a sulfur taste, if you will. But it just depends. If you live out in the country, you get used to these kind of things. But this takes away all of the taste there that would bother you. So the first thing we're going to do now that we have them installed is to turn this water off. Then we'll turn this water on. You can hear it running through there. And we want to bleed these systems. We want to check them for leaks. And they all look like they've sealed really well. I don't see any leaks or anything like that. So let's bleed these and get the air out of the system. That's got that one. You can hear the air escaping there. And hold it until you have water coming out. Listen to this one. And we'll hold it till the water comes out. We want to get all the air out of the system. And it'll take a few seconds here to do that. All right. once the air is out of the system, we want to turn our relief valve on here. This is when we go to service our water well, we leave this one off here. This, we can see the pressure from the water well, and there is none on here at the moment. But what we'll do is we'll turn this on. And then we'll turn this one on. If you watch this carefully, you'll see black coming out of it. That black is the carbon from the filters themselves. It's not bad, but you don't want to get that in your house. So you want to let this run for a little bit until it gets all of the carbon out. Still a little air coming through. It's no big deal. Then we'll shut this off. And there you have it. We're done. Our water well system has been, the filters are changed now. And I change these filters every 3 months. So this was April here. We started April. At the end of March, we knew we had to change these out. So we got the filters. They came in yesterday. We're putting them in today. So we'll go 3 more months. April, May, June, July. At the end of July, we'll change them again. Thank you.